Hi, I'm Deanne Bonner-Simpson, the practice partner for VA disability benefits here at Legal Help for Veterans. If you ever have any questions or need to contact us, you can call us at 800-693-4800. Today I'm here with retired Brigadier General Carol Ann Fausone, and we're here to talk about a recent recall that VA has announced for CPAP and BiPAP machines that our veterans with sleep apnea have been using. Carol Ann, can you tell us a little bit about who should be aware of this?
Sure. I think any veteran that has one of these machines, and Deanne, I think the VA has done a great job. They've tried to get letters out to veterans with the Philips Respironics, and they've tried to communicate with all veterans that have any CPAP machines. So, and giving you instructions of what to do. But I think the most important thing is to look at your machine and call your provider at the sleep apnea clinic at the VA to find out what you should do. And I just said that the VA has done a great job. We're probably doing this, and it might be a little overkill, but this is a very important health topic that I think we should address.
I agree. And I wonder, though, you said that you should check your machine. Will this affect everybody, or just certain time frame or certain machines?
Sure. Well, I believe it's all Philips Respironics before April 26th, 2021. Okay. And so if you have one of those machines, you should have received a letter, and I do believe they have supplied some additional equipment to use with your CPAP, and they are trying to get all of these replaced. So it just depends on, maybe also where you're living, because one of the factors regarding the recall of these is in areas like Florida, Arizona, California, where the humidity is much higher and the heat that has produced this response from this the CPAP or the BiPAP.
So it sounds like you're saying the heat and the humidity could cause this malfunction that they've discovered. What is this problem that they're having with the machines?
Well, it's real interesting. There is, in a CPAP machine, there is a little foam disc that communicates with the breathing tube. And if that gets really moist and it starts to potentially break off particles, and you're sleeping and you're breathing, need I say more?
Right. So Carol Ann, you were just talking about the high heat and humidity. Yes. And how it's causing those foam discs to break down. Are there any other factors that veterans should be aware of with the degradation of these discs? Sure.
It's real interesting, not only in this machine, but I think in a lot of other machines, they have identified that the cleaning devices used, like ozone products, the ultraviolet lights can break down the foam in there. And so I think they are going to stop the usage of some of those. And so if you do have one of these machines and they are not causing you any trouble and you continue to use them, quit using these cleaning products that could cause further breakdown of the foam discs.
Okay, and I think that the Philips Respironics machines come with a manual. Yes. That give you the proper instructions for cleaning.
They do, but the irony is, you think about this, if those cleaning instructions were in my machine, then I've been doing what you told me, and now they've identified this might be a problem. And so they want you to stop using those cleaning devices.
So no ozone, no ultraviolet light.
Correct.
Just use the manufacturer suggested
Yes.
cleaning.
Yes.
Okay. Was there anything else that veterans should be aware of with these foam discs in terms of them breaking down?
Well, I think what's also important is how old is my machine? You know, if they're saying that some of these machines, a lot of these machines that are getting into trouble are greater than 5 years old. So, you know, when you go to the shelf and you pull something off the shelf, it might have been manufactured 8 years ago. So, I think they're concerned about some of those factors also.
Okay, and I think that you can, when you call or go to the Philips Respironics website, it'll tell you if your machine is part of the recall based on the information that's on your machine.
Right.
So I think one thing that you can look into there also is the age of your machine.
Right, and I'll tell you, the VA, Deanne, is really specific. If you have a machine, they're telling you it's being recalled. Here's your serial number. It's before April 26th of 2021. You know you have a recall machine. So the VA is helping you out. They're not expecting you to go home, pull out your machine, look and try to figure it out. You know, this is a serious issue, and they've taken responsibility, and I think they're doing a great job of notifying the veteran.
Okay. And I think that the manufacturer has asked people, even if the VA issued your machine, to register your machine on
Yes.
their website.
Yes, I think that's really important, and I do believe we have the site. Deanne, do you have it available?
It's a long website, which we'll put up here on the video for people to
Excellent.
see. And it's www.philipsrcupdate.expertinquiry.com. That's a long one. So we'll make sure that you can see that on our website, or, you know, at the end of this video. And, you know, if you can't get to the internet for whatever reason, if you don't have a computer, if your phone's not great for that kind of an application, you can also call. They have a phone number. It's 877-907-7508. So either way, they can register your machine as part of the recalls to make sure that you get a new one when it's available.
So I know our audience, you know, all of these, and we're going to put it up on the screen, but I want to give you another site, and I think this one's really interesting, because if you're on MyHealthyVet, you could send a secure message to your provider, and we will put that up on the screen, because I think what the VA and Philips has tried to do is communicate, and that's why we're doing this video today. It's just, and once again, it might be overkill, and maybe you've heard it, and if you don't have the Philips, then no worries. But if you do, you really do need to take a look at that, because it's your health we're talking about.
For sure. And I think that, you know, if you are able to communicate through that myhealthyvet.gov, they can, you know, you can talk to your doctor about whether you might be experiencing any adverse risks or complications that are associated with this, and you can get some peace of mind that you're, you know, that you're on the right track and your care is being covered properly.
You know, and it's not only your provider, but at the sleep clinic, I got to tell you, those respiratory therapists are phenomenal. They're always troubleshooting, they're trying to help you, and so they're also an excellent resource.
That's great to know. I think that, you know, there's just a few steps that they really need, the veterans who have these machines really need to be aware of. First, to check their machine, then to get it registered if it's a part of the recall.
Yes.
But most importantly, like you're saying, to communicate with your sleep apnea team.
Yes.
To make those appropriate choices for your care.
Absolutely. I really think that is number one. And if you got that letter in the mail, I would be on the phone immediately, doing what it says. If they send you a little card, get it registered. That's the other thing. They try different venues to communicate with you. Not everybody has internet. Everybody doesn't have all the nifty devices. So they're trying to take care of everybody.
And so I guess when it comes time to replace them, if you're getting your care at VA, they will provide it to you. But what about veterans who get their care outside of VA?
I have heard and that's why it's very important to register your machine, because then they will send it to you. I know when at the VA, at the sleep center, you could go and pick it up once they have your replacement. So you bring in, the old and you get the new. I do believe Philips and the manufacturers are sending those other devices out to veterans and others that are not registered or not contracted out at another location.
Okay, so if you're getting your care at a VA medical center, VA will provide it to you. If you're a veteran getting care outside of VA, Philips will send you yours.
Yes.
That's really good to know.
Right.
It sounds like because there's so many, it could be a while before these machines are getting replaced. Do you know if they've given any estimation for how long it might take?
I haven't seen anything, Deanne, with the numbers. I do know that they're trying to work as swiftly as possible. And once again, if you're having issues, I do believe the VA is recommending not to use your machine. And that's why it's really good to talk to your provider, so that your provider knows. It could be documented. An interesting call that we've been getting, and in the business we are in with Legal Help for Veterans, veterans are saying, oh my God, but if I don't use this machine, even though it's recalled, I'm gonna lose my disability rating. And Deanne, as you well know, that's not true.
It is not.
Nobody's gonna ask you to risk side effects and use a machine that it's being recalled.
Absolutely. Your diagnosis is based on your symptomatology and whether you have been prescribed with a CPAP machine. It does not require you to use it continuously if it's defective and could cause other medical problems. Right. So no, this is not something that a veteran should be concerned about. And I'm really glad you brought that up, because I think that is a high concern for people who are service connected for sleep apnea. Do you have any other words of wisdom for our veterans out there who are dealing with this issue, Carol Ann?
Well, I think it's really important that you look at these issues. It's a piece of equipment. If you did get this piece of mail and this notification, I would do something with it and just not use the machine and think you're okay, and get it replaced. So, because it is your health, and that is first and foremost. Contact your sleep apnea center, your provider. You belong to a team. Notify your team at the VA that you do have one of these machines, so it gets documented. For me, that's the most important thing. Absolutely.
And I'd like to add, if you have any more questions about this, you can feel free to call us here at Legal Help for Veterans. We're at 800-693-4800.
Yep.
And our intake coordinators, our compassionate staff here, Carol Ann and I, we're all here to help. And if you have any questions about the sleep apnea recall, or just about your sleep apnea in general, or service-connected benefits for sleep apnea, we'd be happy to talk to you about it. Again, it's 800-693-4800. And you can also reach us on our website at www.legalhelpforveterans.com. I'm Deanne Bonner-Simpson, the practice partner for VA benefit law here at Legal Help for Veterans. And I thank you for watching our video today.
Thank you.
Thank you for your service.